Good morning, wealth builders. This is Ravi Gabis, and welcome back to the Gabis Show, where we unlock the secrets of real wealth in the United States every single day. Yesterday, I gave you a tool how to buy your dreams and goals, the system that I called the award system. Today, I want to continue the topic of spending management, and there is such a thing as rationalization. Is how to feel high when you manage your spendings, when you do some cutting backs, and how does it work? Let me ask you something. How can you get a free trip abroad for buying a suit for $500? It's a true story. That's happened to me when back in Russia, when I lived in Kazan city. And one of my friends, he was a big fan of suits of a certain brand. It was a Turkish brand, and he had maybe 8 of them. I also like that suits, and I asked him, where did you get that suits? So he told me everything. I checked the price. It was $500 per suit. I didn't spend that money on suit then, on a single suit. So it was just crazy. And when I saw him again, I directly told him, "You're crazy, man. You spend $500 per suit and you have 8 of them." And he replied, "No, I don't spend $500. I spend 3 times more, around $166 per suit." So there was a store in Kazan city that sold that suits for $500. He visited that store. He chose the suit he liked, and then once when he went to Turkey back then, he found the producer of that suit there in Turkey, and he figured out that the price was 3 times lower. So he books his suit in Kazan, and then he flies to Turkey for vacation, for example, and he buys that suit there 3 times cheaper. And the real question is, how many suits you need to buy to get that trip abroad for free? And the math is pretty simple. First of all, you need to know the cost of that trip. And I did some research. I figured out that it costs $666 for 2. Actually, you need to buy only 2 suits to get that trip for free. I mean, if you want to buy 2 suits for $500, it means $1,000. And you fly there for $666 and buy 2 suits there for $332. It means you in total you spend $1,000. You get a trip for free. You get not only a pair of suits, but you also get a tan and cool photos. So I'm not telling you go and do this. It's just an idea. When your brain accepts that managing spending or saving money, cutting back is something pleasant, he starts creating different ideas how to save money in a funny way. One of my girlfriends, she was crazy about Italian shoes, and she figured out that if you go to Milan, you can get that shoes way cheaper. And she had maybe 20 or 30 pairs of that shoes. But there is a trip. I call this, let me check my slides. I call this the pitfalls of saving money. If you wanted to buy 2 and bought 10, where's the win? There's a story about the reporter from Greenpeace. So he's walking along the street, 5th Avenue, Manhattan, and he sees a man, he's standing and smoking in front of a high-rise building, and he asks him, "Let me ask you something." He says, "Okay, how long have you been smoking?" He says, "Around 30 years. Okay, what brand of the cigarettes?" "Lucky Strike." "Okay, how many packs a day?" 2 packs a day. So he made some calculations, and then he says, "If you didn't smoke, you could buy this high-rise building in front of you." He says, "Really? Sounds great. And let me ask you something. Do you smoke?" He says, "No." "Oh, and where is your high-rise building?" That's a funny story, because then he says, "And this one is mine." Yeah. So he's smoking and he has high-rise building. It's a funny story, but it has a very serious thing inside it. In fact, where is his high-rise building if he doesn't smoke? Maybe he has eaten his money. And there is a pitfall of rationalization. A story happened to one of my friends. He had a son. He asked him to buy a new laptop. They checked the price. It costs $1,000. So he gave him money, and his son, on his way to the store, met a warehouse where he found the same laptop for $700. So he called his father. He was excited. Father also was proud of him. Cool, get it, he said. So he got that laptop for $700. Also, he bought some, I don't know, speakers, wireless mouse, keyboard. He came home. His father, give me 5. I'm so proud of you. You're like me. So where is the rest of money? He says, what do you mean the rest of money? I bought keyboards, I bought mouse, I bought speakers. So the thing is pretty simple. There was $1,000 and now there is 0. And the purpose of spending management is to make sure that your earnings expand your spending. If it doesn't happen, you don't manage your spending. In reality, you only manage your purchases. So the main difference between the rich and the poor, that in the following: the poor people, they manage their spending to buy more. So instead of 2 pairs of shoes, they want to buy 10. But the rich people, they manage their spending to invest and to multiply their capital. And that's the main difference. I don't want to go too deep. I think that's enough for today. Think about this a bit. See you tomorrow. Bye. Merry Christmas, by the way.